What's going on, everybody? It's Zoe with No Days Off DFS here to bring you guys some prize pick prop plays for today's two-game WNBA slate. Now, it is a small slate. I will go ahead and admit that. And definitely hard to try to find some props that are definitely worthy. I do think today is going to be one of those days we want to take some unders. And if you guys are scared to take unders, just go ahead and fade the slate. Just fade it as a whole. It is definitely a different kind of sweat when you're sweating out unders versus some overs. But with the introduction of some goblin plays over here, we definitely can find some overs that feel pretty safe in some spots. With that being said, if you guys are new here, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and drop a like on this video if you guys want to see more videos like this. I know covering props is something I normally do only on Flex Friday and on Taco Tuesday, but definitely trying to give you guys some more prop content as I do enjoy going over the prop lines over here on Prizepicks. Now, if you guys don't got a Prizepicks account, you want one, check the link down in the description below so you guys get that deposit match bonus and join me over here on Prizepicks. And all these props that I go over, you can use them on other sites such as Pick Six, Underdog, Chalkboard, wherever you got props at on the books. You can play them anywhere. They're not just specific only to Prizepicks because sometimes you do have to shop for lines and find the best value that is out there on the board. First play I'm going to go to over here for Prizepicks today is going to be Kalea Copper going up against the Atlanta Dream. In this matchup, they've only played once this season, but Copper was a beast in that game going up against them. Granted, this was without Brittney Griner playing in that game. Even with BG being back today, I don't think that that's going to really matter in regards to what she can go out here and put up in the matchup, just for the fact that it actually is a plus spot for Copper. She put up 47.5 fantasy points in that first game going up against them. They are on the road going up against Atlanta. Even with Canada being in the starting lineup, still an undersized guard, Copper being able to slash to the rim and also being just a usage monster on a short-handed Phoenix Mercury team. When you look at it, they only have technically, unless they sign someone else or some crazy movement is done sometime today, 8 players on the active roster that they're going to have rotate to. So minutes should be there and secured for Kalea Copper. Going up against them early this season, like I said, she dropped 47.5 fantasy points, and on the road right now, she is averaging roughly 34.5 fantasy points per game. Now, I do think that taking her fantasy points scored over here at the 32.5, that looks like a pretty soft line. We are getting some value at for the fact that this is 2 ticks below what she averages on the road, and she blew this out of the water the first time that they did play going up against them. Now, I'm pretty sure, yes, they're going to try to change up the scheme and everything, but the usage, the minutes that she should be out there to play, the fact that this game is not a double-digit spread, expected to be decently close, this should play well for Copper to be able to go out here and hit this, especially if she is able to go ahead and turn over Canada, which is a player we know can turn the ball over, or taking the defensive matchup going against Ryan. Didn't affect him the first time. Love the 32.5 fantasy points as the first over that I would take over here on the slate. Next play for me, we're going to go over to the MVP herself, A'ja Wilson. Now, all these lines, I'm not going to lie, they are pretty high in my book and what I'm looking at. 26.5 points. Yes, A'ja, she's been covering this pretty decently 3 out of her last 5 games, but she's been a force and a beast when she's out there on the court. I have no doubt if they want to actually win this game, if they want to keep it close, A'ja's going to have to go out here and do what A'ja has done continuously throughout the season. Currently, right now at home, she is averaging 26.2 points at home. The numbers, it just seems a little bit too close for comfort. If they give us maybe a goblin play over here for her, and oh wow, Prizepicks wants to mess up on me right now. Awesome. All right, got it back working. So going back over here to the MVP, like I said, a lot of her lines, they're kind of right there, right at what she's averaging on the season and everything. This is technically still a tough matchup for her going up against the Minnesota Lynx, who are one of the top 2 defenses in the league. Her PRA sitting at 40. That is a bit high. As you can see, yeah, she's cleared it in 3 out of the last 2 games. But Los Angeles Sparks, weak team. New York Liberty, actually a tough and decent defensive team. Team W, yeah, that was the team. Olympic for the WNBA All-Star game. Chicago Sky, a weak team. Washington Mystics, weak team. They actually have some decent defenders over here for the Minnesota Lynx that can definitely go ahead and take A'ja in this matchup. And we look a little bit deeper into it. She has only gone over this line right here for her PRA in 1 out of the 2 games. Now, she did clear her points in both games. Of course, they are going to need her to go ahead and clear that. But if we want to go with some safety in a play that she should be able to go ahead and hit, that's going to be a rebound prop. That 9.5, going ahead taking the goblin play over here for her. Only game she didn't clear this in her last 5 was, of course, in that WNBA All-Star game. But against the Sparks, New York Liberty, Chicago Sky, Washington Mystics, she has cleared that. She's 1 of 2 going up against this Minnesota Lynx team so far in the season in the 2 games that they have played. And currently at home, she is averaging 11 rebounds a game. So some pretty good safety right here. A'ja is normally good for a double-double. I would definitely be taking that right there as my next play. Now, I did mention there was a couple of unders that I actually do like for today's slate. I'm going to go over them. You don't have to play them. Don't have to lock them in. They are leans just because unders sometimes to me, they can be a bit risky. But first one I'm going to go to is going to be one of the grays that we have on the slate. And that's going to be Chelsea Gray for that 17.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Now, I know she didn't play in the games going up against the Minnesota Lynx on the season, but the Lynx still going up against opposing guards. They are a pretty good cover and a pretty good defense. Gray, right now, the shot really hasn't been something that she's been going to. Yes, she's been a bit more aggressive in the last couple of games, but still, the assist numbers, they've definitely taken a bit of a drop, and going up against, again, a top defensive team in the league, I don't think she's going to go out there and cover too many assists on the day anyway. On top of that, rebounding, we already know it's the Lynx. I don't see her getting too many rebounds either. So 17.5, unless she's going to blow this out of the water by going out here and scoring at least 10 to 12 points and then getting her normal roughly close to 4 to 5 assists in the game, that'll be the only way I see her truly getting that in game to clear the 17.5 line. I understand that does seem like it's a bit low. It's Chelsea Gray, great point guard in the league, but I will definitely go ahead and take the under as again, the offense does flow through Asia, then Jackie Young, and then Plum. She goes ahead and gets scraps. So she can go ahead and make some shots. Then, depending on how the game is looking, Chelsea Gray, she'll go out there and she'll pick her spots. But her spots are very much limited, and she's not as aggressive in regards to doing all those things that we normally see. The next play that I actually really do like the under on, and it's kind of a lean to me just because they are going to be shorthanded players on today's slate, and that is Brittney Griner, the 18 points. Now, I know this was sitting at 18.5. I don't mind taking the under on her in this matchup going up against Tina Charles, player who can actually go out there, bang with her, who can block her shot, and kind of make things difficult for her. You can see her pulling BG out from underneath the rim as well. Now, the 14.5, unfortunately, that was a stupid goblin play that just popped up. But the 18 points, she's only covered this in realistically 2 out of her last 5 games. And one of those games, of course, that she didn't cover it was going up against the team Wnba. She did not play in either one of those games going up against the Atlanta Dream on the season. Well, the one game that they did play early in the season going up against the Atlanta Dream, she did not play in that game. So is there a chance she can definitely go out here and clear this? Because again, they are going to be shorthanded. They will need her to go out here and play some minutes and play ball. But I will be going ahead and favoring taking the under on her as you go ahead and you look at the last couple of centers that have gone out here. Bree Jones, unless it was for the fact that she had got hot in that second half of the game, she really wasn't doing too much as he has not cleared. And then just the crazy outlier game that we saw from Lana Smith. Those are the last couple of centers that actually cleared some crazy major points going out here against the Atlanta Dream. I definitely will be taking the chances on taking Brittney Griner on the under for that 18 points. Now, sticking in that same game, last play for me is going to be Rhyne Howard. I really do like her upside for the fantasy points, especially if we can get aggressive. Howard going out here looking for a shot. She can rebound. And then as well, we do know Phoenix Mercury, they do bleed quite a bit of rebounds. BG, she's not the most prolific rebounder out there in the world. But Ryan, that 32 fantasy point score looks really good for her. As long as she's not turning the ball over too much. I understand she's on the clear list and 1 out of her last 5 games. I understand she was dealing with quite a bit of an injury and things like that for her. Coming back before they went for the All-Star break, she did pop in this one game in July going up against the Lynx, 29.3 fantasy points in that game. It was crazy. Played off the bench and looked amazing. If she comes out with that type of intensity, goes out here and really sticks it to the Phoenix Mercury like they did in the first game, clear this easy day, no problem in that first matchup going up against them. Hoping she can do the same here again today. Definitely the upside is there for her, that 32. If you're looking for something safer, if they go ahead and they give us the Goblin for her 16.5 points, I do like the upside for taking that one right there for her as well. Other than that, you can possibly mess with taking her fantasy point scored, not her fantasy point scored, her free throws made, that 4. That's definitely something that I can see. She has been getting to the line quite a bit over her last couple of games since they have come back from the Olympic break. She is 2 for 2 getting to that mark as well. And again, if this is going to be the aggressive game that I would hope and expect for Ryan on today, that 14 field goals attempts could be another one that could be very enticing to go ahead and take for her in this matchup going up against them, because they are going to need her to go out here and actually shoot, knock down those shots, and definitely give us the upside that she can give. In that first game going up against them, she took 15 field goals attempts in that game right there. 5 of them were threes, and she looked pretty good. Dropped 21 points in that game. Hopefully she can do the same here for us again, going out there giving us 30 plus fantasy points, an easy day clearing that fantasy points scored for us. Some combo props that I actually don't mind on today. Tina Charles and Asia Wilson, 20.5 rebounds combo. Again, the Phoenix Mercury, they're not the greatest rebounding team, even with Brittney Griner, her size and everything out there. They're just not. They really, truly are not the greatest rebounding team out there. The assist combos today, none of them really, truly stick out to me. Cloud and Canada, really, honestly, mid-level play right there. Cloud and Chelsea Gray, another one. It's just a little bit too risky to me in regards to actually going ahead and taking those. And then the points combos, really not feeling any of these point combos right here. Expect Fee to possibly shrug her. Maybe, no, actually not maybe. The Rhyne Howard and Kalea Copper combo, I could see taking a stab at this one right here. that would probably be the only one that I actually would take a chance on. Kelsey Plum, Kayla McBride, you would be hoping that Kayla McBride carries this one, because I don't expect Plum to go out there and get 17 to 19 points like what she can. Kalea Copper, Asia Wilson. Asia would actually have to pop off for at least about 27, 28 points in this matchup, and then go ahead and get Copper to get her normal 20 that she can go out there and get. And the same thing down here for the Rhyne Howard feed. I would have to have Rhyne carry that one. So the safest one to me would be the Rhyne and Kalea Copper. That would be the one I would actually go ahead and take if I was to take a combo that they have. And then 3 points made combo. None of these truly stick out to me as any plays I don't want to take for them for the combo plays at all. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. Hopefully you guys got something from this video. Again, make sure you guys go ahead and hit that like button if you guys enjoyed the content, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of the other videos I do put out. Definitely let me know if you guys want to see some more of these things like this. Talk to me down in the comment section. Let me know what's your favorite prop that you guys got on your radar for today. Good luck, everybody. Peace.